Hi, Ollie. Good morning. Good to speak to you, mate. How are you doing?
Not too bad, mate. Yeah, very, very, very busy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine you've got a lot of stuff going on. But
Yeah,
I'd like to ask you, if I may. You know, you've been one of the most influential people in darts for almost the last 40 years.
yeah.
I mean, what are the times, you know, or the things that have happened that you've personally sat back and thought, wow, that is absolutely brilliant. This is what I came in to do. And also on the flip side of that, the lows where you thought, no, this just isn't right. And, you know, and times possibly when you consider just walking away from it all.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, as far as the walking away from it, I didn't. That's not my character. But as far as the lows, there was a witch hunt on me at the end of November, end of the 90s, you know, by one or two people. But apart from that, you know, and my wife got involved in that as well. But apart from that, you know, I just keep going, you know.
What was the witch hunt about? Who was involved in that?
I can't say. I'm not going to say that. Yeah.
So it's a totally internal thing and not a thing that hits
yeah,
public.
yeah, it was an internal thing. Yeah, people, someone from the north, but I'm not going to go no further than that at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. What about the highs then, Ollie? There must have been plenty of them stuff that you'd like to remember and talk about.
First World Cup, I suppose, 77. I don't really know. I mean, I can tell you how it all built up, but I mean, as far as the highs are concerned, I mean, every tournament's a high, you know. I mean,
are there tournaments that really stand out in your memory going back over the years? You know, ones that come to my mind instantly would probably be Keith Deller's year, coming straight from nowhere.
When we beat Eric, yeah.
Absolutely,
yeah.
You know.
That was one thing stuck in my mind, yeah.
Or Bob Anderson's 3 on the bounce.
That's definitely Bob Anderson, yeah. These are all nice people as well, yeah.
Okay, so if we move on to the current day, there's been a lot of talk, and obviously the forums went mad over the Masters, the Windmill Masters.
Yeah.
And ESPN coming in, the dates being put up at the very last moment.
Yeah.
You know, what happened regarding the BBC? Did they just drop it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're on a 20% cutback. So they're even cutting their own wages, aren't they? People, and they've all moved up to up north, Manchester way, haven't they? A lot of them. Yeah.
Did they give you any
they called in the office and said that there's on a cutback. So immediately, as we walked out the office, within hours, we got in contact with ESPN and they took it. Yeah.
So how much notice did you actually get from the BBC that they were going to drop it?
No. I was called to a meeting and they told us at the meeting.
Blimey.
At the beginning of May. Yeah. Up until then, it was we couldn't get a date to schedule. We couldn't get a date off of them, and then there was a provisional date in there, but they wouldn't confirm it because the money wasn't in the kitty there for the production. As you know, to cover darts, it costs about between £30,000 and £40,000 per day.
Yeah, for the outside broadcast rigs.
Yeah, for the bulk broadcast production. Yeah.
So is Lakeside secure?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So you've got that cast iron and that's guaranteed.
That's contracted, and ESPN will be partners in that one as well.
Oh, that's really good stuff. Cause,
so every dart phone will be live either on ESPN or BBC, and it's a joint venture now between their partners in it, ESPN and BBC.
So we can very likely look forward to an improvement in the coverage. You know, because the BBC coverage, in my opinion, and a lot of others, has become quite stale. But I'd imagine ESPN, I mean, they are one of the world's largest broadcasters.
Yeah.
You know, will actually want to put something into it.
Well, that I can't answer you that. I mean, we haven't got that far yet. We're just concentrating on the Windmill World Masters. And with the Windmill World Masters, we've got 7 or 8 hours. Now we've got 18 hours. And every dart's it's all live. You know, so
I'm reading.
But obviously we're not quite. Obviously, we want to build on that. Obviously, we want to get people to watch it. Yeah, And we're working on trying to get it booked for it to go overseas as well. I'm talking to someone about it this morning. Yeah.
Will that be via Eurosport?
I can't answer that in a moment.
Okay,
no.
Fair enough.
I've got to be careful here. You know that I know what's happening because it might not come off. I don't say we're going to say it and I was one of Crofty's thing and it don't happen. You know.
Fair enough, Ollie. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I fully understand that. Now, still on the Masters. You know, it's the oldest major.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
On the calendar, it's so well entrenched in darting history.
Yeah.
Is there plans, you know, next year, hopefully, that when you announce the calendar, the Masters will be fixed on that calendar so players can
I hope so. We hope so. It's all down to broadcast dates, you know.
Do you think
that's what happened with that was happening with the BBC. We couldn't get a date out of them, and then once we got a provisional date, then they couldn't fund the production. So it's all down to dates, you know.
Well, hopefully that really can be nailed down. So
I would hope it'd be. Also, we've got to fit into budgets and times. You know, these companies have financial years, you know, fiscal years, and you've got to fit it in with them. You know, you can't just go. You know, so I'm hoping that it's a successful this year, and I can't see it not being. And then next year, then we'll take it a bit further. Yeah.
Well, hopefully that can be pinned down early on. And the reason I asked this is that a couple of weeks back I was talking with Tony O'Shea.
Yeah.
And he told me that he made a commitment for
a Friday night thing.
Yes, absolutely. And now if he can't get there into the hallowed eight, he just isn't going to be able to be there at all. And I found that a crying shame that a guy of Tony's stature. Yeah,
but if he gets in the top eight, the top eight, if he gets an 8 seed, they don't play until Saturday night.
That's right, and that's what he was telling me. You know, he's desperate to get into that top 8, but we all know how hard the ranking tournaments are. So
we've got. That's right. Well, because we've got about 3 events coming up at the moment, haven't we?
Absolutely.
And none of them are easy. No, there's a classic this weekend, one in Belgium, and there's Sweden. Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
Personally, I'd hate to see Tony not there, but you know, I've got to say fair play to the guy for, you know, for honouring his commitment. You know,
that's right.
I couldn't knock that at all. You know, a solid guy.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, let's hope he gets there, eh?
Absolutely. It's fingers crossed.
I don't know how many points he's got and where he is. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the latest table.
No, me neither. But you know, that one really is a fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Still on the theme of the Masters, the format of it, you know, the 8 seeds in at the last 16 stage was a BBC thing to start with.
Fantastic.
Do you think
it was? I think the actual event was dying, and we've done exactly the same as what we did with the World Professional. And we seeded players and invite the rest in them. But in this particular case, they qualify through playing off. Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there again disagree with that format.
That's all right.
Totally, it's totally lopsided regarding the top 8. You know, especially when you look back at the past. You know, Bob Anderson's 3 on the bounce when he came through. Yeah. Came through the whole field.
You're going to get. We've got 15,000 dart players out there, members. And there's probably millions on top of that. They've all got their views. They've got their opinions, and you know, so be it. You know, but you know, we just don't go in this blinded. You know, I mean, it's discussed in full. You know, and BBC liked it. Yeah, they like the word seed. You probably get it in tennis and get it in everything, don't you?
Yeah, you do get seedings, but you know, into the last 8 is quite rare. I don't think.
No, last 16.
Well, that's right. Yeah, but the top 8 straight in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, I don't think I've come across one that's that high up in the or that close to the business stages.
Yeah.
But so there's no plans to change that back to the original format in the near future.
Not at the moment. No. It's been accepted by all concerned. I mean, I don't know. Things change all the time. You know, I don't know.
So
there's no plans. There's no plans to change it at the moment. No.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.